The first time I laid eyes on Sophia Langford, she was planted at the end of my private farm road, arms folded like a guard dog ready to bite. "Ethan, you're going to have to take down that gate," she said, her voice laced with that phony politeness only power-hungry types master. The board voted. This road's now community property. I stared at her, then glanced past to the rutted dirt path that had belonged to my family for 2 generations. It snaked through 10 acres of my land, linking my old farmhouse to the county highway. The HOA's fancy subdivision ended a good half-mile away. "You voted to seize my land." I shot back. Sophia grinned like she'd just won the lottery. "Not seizing, Ethan. Integrating. The neighborhood needs backup access for emergencies, and your little trail fits the bill perfectly." It was outrageous. I'd moved out here for solitude, away from the noise. The HOA had inched closer over the years, with their identical McMansions and tacky faux-stone mailboxes. But this was a land grab. "You're not touching my road," I told her flatly. She shoved a folded paper at me. "Appeal it at the next meeting, but remove the gate by Friday." The notice cited some bogus emergency easement clause from their bylaws. I wasn't even in the HOA. Me property predated their development by decades. But come Friday, I returned from town to find the gate ripped out and fresh tire marks scarring my soil. That night, fueled by fury, I grabbed a shovel and flashlight. By dawn, a 4-foot trench slashed across the road, deep enough to trap any vehicle. I hammered up a sign. "Private property toll road, $200 per vehicle, cash only." By midday, brakes squealed, and Sophia's voice pierced the air as she screamed into her phone. I strolled down with coffee in hand, leaning on the fence. "Ethan, what in God's name is this?" she snarled. Her SUV teetered on the trench's edge, front wheels dangling. "That's a ditch," I said coolly. "Stops intruders like you." "This is illegal," she spat. I sipped my brew. "Says the woman who demolished my gate and trespassed." Her face flushed crimson. "The HOA has rights. Over your turf, not mine." She stormed off, heels grinding gravel. But I wasn't naive. I had driveway cam footage of Sophia and 2 bored cronies snipping my fence days earlier. I duplicated it obsessively. Monday, I marched into the county recorder's office with deeds, maps, and surveys dating back to 1972, when Grandpa first laid the gravel. The clerk, a sharp-eyed woman with glasses slipping down her nose, pored over them. "Your lines are solid," she confirmed. "No easements, no shared access. Anyone using it's trespassing." Back home, the trench worked wonders. The road fell silent. Then, orange stakes appeared just beyond my fence, pink ribbons flapping. A path curved in from the subdivision. A pickup arrived. A guy in a safety vest hopped out. "You the owner?" "Yep." He checked his clipboard. "Surveying for a gas line reroute. HOA approved it through here." My gut twisted. "Through my land." He handed over an email on HOA letterhead, signed by Sophia, claiming the area was rezoned for shared use. "You didn't check ownership?" He shifted uncomfortably. "We go by their docs." "Stop now, or you're trespassing too." He nodded and called his boss. That night, I scanned the email, adding it to my evidence folder. I phoned Amanda Reyes, a property lawyer who'd saved a buddy from a city land snatch. "They're bluffing on paperwork," she said. "That email's fraud. They filed falsely." 2 days later, Amanda toured the property, snapping photos of the trench, stakes, and sign. She unfolded a printout. "They petitioned zoning, claiming your family abandoned the road. Using some dusty easement law. It's maintained," I protested. "Exactly," she replied. "Satellite pics show tracks, repairs, gravel deliveries. Their claim's trash." A week on, Amanda fired off a cease and desist. We notified the HOA. Sophia called a clarification meeting. Against my instincts, I attended, lurking in the back as she wove a web of lies. How I'd generously offered the road, how the board just formalized it. Heads turned my way. I raised a hand. Pure fiction. I never offered squat. I flashed the footage of her crew cutting my fence. Gasps erupted. Sophia's smirk cracked. "I've filed trespass charges," I continued, "and we're handing fraud evidence to the prosecutor. That fake right-of-way email." The room hushed. Sophia shrilled, "Absurd. No intent. Don't need it." I countered. "You forged authority. That's fraud." A new resident piped up. If they faked approvals, are we all liable for accidents? Amanda stepped forward. Yes. Illegal digs could void insurance, hitting every homeowner. Whispers ignited. A woman stood. I never voted for this. Why hide it? Derek, a board member, shrank into his seat. I bolted a steel gate with keypad and hid trail cams. Amanda lodged a state HOA complaint. The sheriff investigated the forgeries. A deputy took my statement. This ain't just HOA drama, it's criminal. At a preliminary hearing, Sophia sat with lawyers looking defeated. The judge eyed our evidence. Emails, maps, footage, satellites. Sophia pivoted. I thought it was public. He implied consent. The judge leaned in. Until the trench? You trespassed and faked rights. Consequences incoming. Outside, Amanda beamed at the ruling. Injunction on HOA actions, fines, and a bar review for Sophia's signatures. Peace returned, trench intact. But a state letter arrived, launching a probe into misuse of power, encroachment, fraud. I called Amanda. They're subpoenaing records. They'll cave. The road quieted no cruise. I added another cam. Then Sophia idled in her sedan, glaring. Looking for more land to steal? I quipped, wire in hand. You've turned this hostile. You forged docs for gas lines on my property. She thinned her lips. It's bigger than a road. Developers pressuring Yusuf, no secondary access by quarter's end. We lose our contract. They'd replace us. So you broke laws to save jobs? Not personal, huh? She leaned out. We could draft a temp agreement, emergency access on paper only. File it, dissolve later. No. She gripped the wheel. Don't be stubborn. Don't play victim after bullying me. She sped off. Amanda forwarded the subpoena. All minutes, emails, developer comms on my parcel. The break. Derek flipped, handing internal emails. Bonuses promised for securing excess of 5-figure split. Plus, reclassifying my land unlocked commercial zoning for the developer. Your road was key, Amanda said. This is criminal now, DA's involved. Deputies raided the HOA office, carting boxes and cuffing Sophia. Media exploded. HOA board and kickback scandal over farmers' land grab. Drone shots of my trench dubbed it a defiant stand. Neighbors called apologies, offers. I kept it curt, wanted justice, not pity. I testified at grand jury. Evidence buried defenses, emails, payments, a recorded call plotting against the stubborn landowner. Indictments flew conspiracy, fraud, encroachment. Developer sued civilly. Amanda, agency wants full audit. HOA might dissolve. What then? New board or county takeover? Old crew's done. I mulled it. Maybe I'll run. You'd have backing, folks are pissed. I uncovered more. X-board funneled dues to a shell company for pathway optimization my road. Traced to luxuries, ski trips, SUVs, condos. Marcus Hale, investigator, took the drive. Charges: wire fraud, embezzlement. Trial: guilty all around 3-8 years, restitution. Sophia denied bail. Post-trial, we reformed. No auto dues hikes, 2/3 votes public. At first meeting, Lydia asked, help maintain the road now. No, it's mine. We axed land grab clauses, mandated reviews. I filled the trench eventually, planted sunflowers, kept the sign in the barn as a trophy. Months later, a kid biked by. That sign real? Was. Now history. He grinned off. The fight scarred, but land endured, folks vigilant. Weed reclaimed more than dirt, weed exposed corruption, sparking debates on HOA overreach nationwide. Was it worth the war? Damn right. Power unchecked breeds tyrants, and sometimes, a trench is the only line between freedom and theft.